Chapter 77, A New Way to Read. Zhu Tui suddenly realized something even before he returned to the dormitory area. The number 14 Research Institute that Zhao Soxui was presiding over now belonged to the Genetic Research Institute. What kind of organization was the Genetic Research Institute? It was the scientific research organization that ranked first among the highest genetic committees in every district. The Genetic Research Institute in the capital could be said to be the headquarters of the Wuxia Genetic Research Institute. Did Zhao Soxui think that the leaders of the Wuxia Genetic Committee were decorations if she were to conduct any illegal experiments here? Even if the person in the incubation chamber was really a human, it should be legal. At the very least, she should have obtained special permission. Zhu Tui's worries were redundant. His mood instantly became better. Then, Zhu Tui turned toward dormitory area B. Yes, the female dormitory. Zhu Tui bought a fruit basket from the supermarket in area B of his dormitory. He could not express his gratitude empty-handed. "Student, do you want some flowers?" the female senior asked with a smile. "Why do I need flowers? A bouquet of flowers is a necessary ritual when you're looking for a girl. You can only bring a fruit basket when you see a patient or an old friend. Why don't you bring along a bunch of flowers or switch to fresh flowers? Do you want to choose the yellow or red roses?" the female attendant asked. "That's no need. A fruit basket would do." Zhu Tui left the supermarket after he rejected the offer. The female attendant shook her head when she saw him. "You can't even see through that? That means that you are already at the end of the stage of straight man cancer." "Gongling, are you in the dormitory?" "I am, little Tui." Gongling was very happy to receive Zhu Tui's call. "I'll be going to your dormitory." "Really? When are you coming over?" "Now, I'm already downstairs." "Ah, wait a moment. Come up later." Gongling's voice was filled with panic. Zhu Tui was a little hesitant. He had already pressed the button to enter the elevator. He thought about it and decided to get into the elevator. He would wait at the door. Otherwise, he would have to wait a long time to get into the elevator with the female students going up and down. 1507. Zhu Tui arrived quickly. He could faintly hear Gongling's voice at the door. "Kinking, hurry up. Take the one by the window and put it away in the washroom. Take mine too." "Where's the perfume? Why can't I find my perfume?" "Where's the air freshener?" "Linger, my suggestion is that you change your clothes first." "Aren't you going to change?" "He's not my type. Why would I change my clothes? Furthermore, I was born beautiful." Zhu Tui felt a little helpless as he stood at the door and listened to the conversation between the two women. It sounded like girls were very troublesome. Gongling might be changing her clothes. Zhu Tui might see something inappropriate if he sent his mental senses over. It was unethical. His mental senses stirred several times. However, he ultimately held back. He felt that he was a good boy. He waited for 10 minutes. Then he gently knocked on the door. The room became chaotic again. 5 minutes later, Gongling opened the door with a slightly red face. He did not know if it was because she was flustered or something else. "It's the weekend. I was a little lazy and didn't clean up much. I quickly cleaned up a little." "Little Tui, come in and sit." Gongling's dress accentuated her impressive figure. She was extremely voluptuous. Her room was a two-person room. The layout of the room was similar to Zhu Tui. It was clean and tidy. There was a faint fragrance in the air. It smelled extremely good. Zhu Tui greeted Gongling's roommate, Zuo Kinking, casually. He then sat down on Gongling's chair after Gongling greeted him. "Little Tui, we've been in school for a month. You finally remembered to visit me at my dormitory. Isn't the first 3 months mainly for training? Come if you want in the future. Don't bring anything." Gongling brought over the fruit basket. She suddenly had a surprised expression as she spoke. "Little Tui, how did you know that I love mangoes, grapes, and bananas? All of the things you bought are my favorite." Zuo Kinking, who was wearing casual clothes and reading a book, rolled her eyes. Zhu Tui rubbed his nose, a little embarrassed. That seemed like a coincidence. He had casually picked up a fruit basket from the supermarket and saw that the colors of the fruits were a little brighter. He really did not know if Gongling liked them or not. "Then I'll continue to buy you those next time." Zhu Tui was smiling, but he could already feel the sweat on his forehead and back. He felt extremely uncomfortable. So that's the case, Gong Ling. I didn't thank you for the pearls when I fought Deng Wei last week. I still have one pearl left. The other two are shattered and cannot be found. How about this? Give me the shop where you bought from and I'll guarantee that it'll return with an identical one. Zhu Tui got straight to the point. He had come to Gong Ling's dormitory today specifically for this. He had to thank her, then compensate her with pearls. Gong Ling, who was twisting her fingers together, suddenly froze. She then pointed at Zuo Qingqing and said, "Little Tui, that pearl belongs to Qingqing. You have to thank her if you want to." "It's yours." Zhu Tui was startled. His gaze instantly landed on Zuo Qingqing, who was wearing home clothes and had her hair tied up casually. He had not noticed it before, but now he was sizing her up. Zhu Tui realized that Gong Ling was not lying. Her roommate was really beautiful, even without makeup. She had a slender neck and an indescribable aura. She was really well worth the second look. "This student Zuo, I really did not know about this. Thank you very much for your help that day." Zhu Tui felt a little awkward. He quickly pointed at the fruit basket. "It's a token of my appreciation. There are two of us. Why are you carrying a fruit basket?" Zuo Qingqing suddenly said. Zhu Tui was speechless. He instantly did not know how to respond. He had an awkward expression. If Cheng Mo dared to say that, he would have told him to get lost. However, he was thanking a girl. Zhu Tui did not know how to respond. "Qingqing, you always like to joke around. Come, let's eat together." Gong Ling peeled a grape as fast as she could and fed it to Zuo Qingqing, relieving Zhu Tui of his embarrassment. "That student Zuo, your two pearls have already been shattered. However, I will compensate you. Please send me your item information or the internet address so that I can compensate you," Zhu Tui said. "There's no need. I have to. There's really no need. I have to. I'm already extremely grateful that you helped me. I can't let you lose anything else," Zhu Tui said sincerely. Zuo Qingqing glanced at Zhu Tui. "Up to you." They added each other's contact details on the spot. Then, Zuo Qingqing sent a link message to Zhu Tui. They chatted awkwardly for a while longer before the matron called him. Zhu Tui left the room. Zhu Tui wiped off the sweat on his palms after he left the dormitory building. Why did he feel that chatting with girls was more tiring than cleaning up? Zhu Tui checked the purchase link Zuo Qingqing sent him along the way. He should pay her back as soon as possible. He did not like owing others. It was a unique website. It was not a common shopping website. Zhu Tui only glanced at the message when he suddenly stopped in his tracks. The Starlight Pearl used the extraterrestrial meteorite powder as its core and was implanted into the body of the pearl. It was naturally natured and only formed after 6 years. Zuo Qingqing's pearl was 7 millimeters large. Its level was also flawless. Zhu Tui almost fainted when he saw the price listed on the website. 7 millimeters of glossy level A pearls cost $100,000 a pearl, and it needs to be pre-ordered for 5 pearls. A flawless 7 millimeter glossy level A pearl cost $200,000, and an order of 5 pearls took at least half a year. Zhu Tui wanted to curse when he saw the price. Why was his mouth so cheap? Zuo Qingqing had already said that she did not need it. Why did he have to insist? An order for 5 pearls was a massive sum of money. Zhu Tui could not tell that Zuo Qingqing was that rich. There were at least 30 pearls in that pearl necklace. That was $6 million. Even if there was a huge discount on the quantity. Zhu Tui felt that he had dug a hole for himself. What a foul mouth! See what happened. Zhu Tui had told her in the dormitory that he would pay them back as soon as possible. From the looks of it, it would take several years. I should think about how to earn money in the future and return the money slowly. Who knows, I might get a special price sometime. When he returned to the dormitory, he saw that the handsome man in the Hanfu Luo Murong had just returned from outside. Zhu Tui had a thought and quickly stopped Luo Murong. "Senior Luo, can you lend me your books? I want to learn about these theories too," Zhu Tui suddenly said. This was not a spur-of-the-moment idea. Instead, it was because Luo Murong had used the ancient martial arts lion roar to break through his mental senses this morning. And after, he was stopped by the Genetic Research Institute. Zhu Tui felt that he had to come into contact with a wider range of knowledge. The school library did not have Luo Murong's books. Even though Luo Murong was very exquisite, he was not stingy at all. "I'll give you a list of books later. I'll get you whatever you want to read. You are not allowed to enter my room. Also, there's one more condition that you have to abide by," Luo Murong said. "Tell me, I'll definitely do it." Zhu Tui endured it just to get those books. He would have gone all out even if Luo Murong made him do one more week of cleaning. "You are not allowed to dip your finger in your saliva and flip through the book. You are to dip your finger in a wet tissue and flip through the book. If I notice you dipping your finger in your saliva, you can forget about reading my books ever again," Luo Murong said. 2. This request was something that Zhu Tui had not expected. "Don't worry, Senior Luo. I won't dip my finger in my saliva. I'll flip the book with my mind power." This time, it was Luo Murong's turn to be shocked, flipping through the book with his mind power. It was rather novel, a new way of reading. The first book Zhu Tui wanted was The Theory of the Combination of Martial Arts and Genetic Evolution. The contents of the book immediately attracted Zhu Tui's attention. The genetic evolution era might be the last glory of martial arts, or it might be the beginning of everything. 100 years ago, the so-called martial arts had become a form of performance, and even became the butt of jokes in the wrestling circle. Master Clown walked on the stage and brought laughter and topics to the world. Many martial arts had a mysterious feel to them. It was impossible to master them no matter how hard one tried. Even Master Zen's decades of training could not compare to a brick. However, in the era of genetic evolution, the mysterious side of the martial arts suddenly disappeared. The martial arts were revived through genetic evolution and started to receive the attention of researchers. Thus, the School of Genetic Evolution in Martial Arts appeared.